They're packs, they're like Tide Pods, but you're actually supposed to consume them. And today I'm going to be trying out their Pre-Extreme. It's not often that I will come in here and talk about the actual word innovation. But today we'll be talking about Vade's Pre-Workout Extreme. Vade is a company that has been on Shark Tank for these dissolvable delivery systems. They're packs, they're like Tide Pods, but you're actually supposed to consume them. And today I'm going to be trying out their Pre-Extreme. I've never done this before. To be honest with you, the first time I heard about this years ago, I was kind of skeeved out because you have to consume this thing. But as I have grown up, it hasn't gone anywhere, and I've understood that there is a decent safety to the way that they made these, and I'm willing to try it out. So this is a sour gummy, and this is the blues are sour gummies and the reds are rainbow candies. I'm going to try a sour gummy today. We're going to mix it up in 6 ounces of cold water, and I'm going to tell you how the experience is, even though you're eating a package. As you can imagine, I might be a little bit nervous here, but in the name of science, we're going to do this today. It's been inserted into the water. We're going to begin shaking. Okay, it's mixing and getting increasingly blue. The first time I checked, it was still there, and now I believe it is entirely gone. That was quick. So now that's mixed up, we're going to sip this a little bit. We're going to talk about the actual product, because you guys come here for an actual breakdown on the formula as well, not just to see if it dissolves into water. Sour gummy's pretty good. And you can't, I don't know what the packet tastes like, but I didn't notice any plastic in my mouth. Actually, the aftertaste of that sour gummy makes it even better. So, resealable package, because obviously you're going to be opening and closing this. Bags are nice because they'll fit in your pantry well instead of having to have a whole bunch of room. But the formula is really what you care about here. So we got 2 different formulas, one for each flavor. I can appreciate that. But we're going to be talking about the quality of this stuff. So first off the top, carnitine beta-alanine, 3.2 grams of beta-alanine. It's awesome. Clinically studied dose. Beta-alanine does a lot of stuff for buffering lactic acid, keeping going in the gym longer. More reps, more sets, more volume can mean more workload or more hypertrophy. Possible indirect gains to mass right there. Creatine monohydrate at 2.5 grams. That's expensive. Them putting that in here means that they mean business. Right now, creatine can be $32 to $37 per kilo. Big prices, it costs a lot, and it's hard to get a hold of. So respect to them for putting that in there. Yeah, we would like 5 grams. Right now, it's a really expensive thing. Honestly, if I was them, I'd probably be pulling it. But it's on the label, so they got to stick to it. Creatine monohydrate is the most studied supplement, and also the most studied version of the most studied supplement in the world. It does everything under the sun almost. It even has some nootropic claims. There's a lot of really great stuff to it. If you want to learn more about creatine, search creatine on the channel. I'm not going to go super far into it. It helps you create ATP, which is one of the most important things that you can do for performance and life in general. It's an awesome ingredient. Everyone should take it forever. Betaine anhydrous. At 1.5 grams here, it's a little under what we'd like to see at 2.5 grams, but you will get betaine anhydrous in a lot of different places, so you may be able to make that up. Betaine anhydrous is an osmolyte, helps with power output. It's a precursor to creatine. There's a lot of really nice things to it. We would have liked to see another gram of it here at 2.5 grams, but they have to fit inside these packets, so I assume that was a concern. I'm happy to have some instead of none, but would have liked to have more. Big shining ingredient here, nitrosgene. 1.5 grams of nitrosgene here. Nitrosgene is obviously inositol stabilized arginine silicate, a more bioavailable version of arginine, but don't let me tell you again, because you know that I love nitrosgene. I talk about it all the time. I love this ingredient. It has been shown at the University of Nebraska to be equivalent at the full dosage, 1,500 milligrams, to 8 grams of citrulline malate, meaning also 6 grams of pure L-citrulline. It drives blood flow. It promotes cognitive flexibility. It has a lot of really beautiful things that it does. You're probably here to learn about the pump effects from it, in which it is equivalent to a large dose of citrulline, like I mentioned before. It's awesome for blood flow. From there, we go into tyrosine at 500 milligrams. Tyrosine is a non-essential amino acid, but it is awesome for being a precursor to a few different neurotransmitters like dopamine and norepinephrine. It helps kick up that fight or flight response, helps keep you focused and in the zone when you're training. Taurine at 500 milligrams. Again, 500 milligrams for both these are not bad dosages. This, again, better than nothing, kind of similar to the betaine anhydrous. We would have liked to have a gram of both of these, but we're happy to have any of it. Taurine is one of the most beneficial beneficial ingredients for endurance athletes especially, but athletes in general. There's an entire droves of data showing how much it helps. Don't take my word for it. Search Torian on any of our blog posts and you will see tons and tons of citations for how beneficial it can be for you. Acetyl carnitine is nice because it's both a source of carnitine, which is awesome for recovery, for focus, a lot of that kind of stuff. But the acetyl here is awesome because acetyl, being an acetyl donor, will help bind up with any sort of choline that you have in your diet. So it's coming from egg yolks, meat, stuff like that to help form acetylcholine. Would have liked to have some choline sources in here to make that a little bit faster. But you get what you get here. Now, PKTP here is what they say the whole thing is powered by. It has increases in strength, power, increases in work capacity, body mass increases. PKTP is a pretty cool ingredient. We've talked about it kind of extensively here, and at 400 milligrams, it's a nice dosage. Rounding out in the end here, you really want to hear about the caffeine. 200 milligrams coming actually kind of interestingly from both caffeine anhydrous and a green tea extract. That green tea extract may have some other constituents in there that are naturally occurring and help make it a little bit more powerful, but we don't know how much the breakup is going to be here between anhydrous and green tea extract, so I'm not going to make any claims for it, but that might be what they have been going for with the natural sources. And lastly, BioPerine black pepper fruit extract. That might be why I got a little bit of peppery on the end there. It's an ingredient absorption enhancer. Yeah, that actually might be what that is. Studying a lot of things like turmeric. Very helpful for improving the absorption of that. Fortunately, not really studied with any of the ingredients in here, but still an awesome ingredient, cost effective to put in, and can help improve the absorption of stuff. So, real point being here, I mean, you've heard me talk about all these ingredients dozens of times, but the real thing here is the delivery source. These guys have been on Shark Tank for their protein packets. I think these are pretty cool. As always, guys, I can't finish this because it's late in the day. And I'm not actually even training after this, but the flavor's on point. It's very convenient. If you're the kind of person that's on the go, maybe you can throw a couple of these in your car, your backpack, your purse, whatever. Take them with you. Always have some pre-workout on you without needing a whole scooper and all that stuff. Or just put one at the bottom of a mixer bottle and leave it there. And anytime you add water, it would become a pre-workout. A lot of convenience factors here. Love the nitrosogene. Other stuff in there. There's a couple things that I would have dosed a little bit higher, but all in all, it's going to be an effective pre-workout, especially if you're a beginner and you don't want too much. This is going to be cost effective, and it is going to get you through a workout. As always, guys, I do have to say, I actually got this at GNC. I went and purchased it myself because they're out of it on the site, so I went and got it myself. But we do have this affiliate relationship with some of the ingredient companies in here, so I do have to say that. As always, I hope this was informative, helpful, educational, whatever it is to help you with your buying. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. I'd love to talk to you about the product, and as always, have a great day.